Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we are back with another episode of The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Now, I have been on a journey, and it doesn't look like I've gotten anywhere, but I have. It just got horribly stuttery in the game. Let's see. Right now, everything is as smooth as butter, but the first time I recorded this, his singing was sounded like a computer. Talking to her sounded like a computer. It was a very good place to test out different video settings and everything like that. I've tried so many different things. I searched online for things to get rid of the stuttering. It was miserable. I even played all the way through this whole section to the point where we get into Novigrad, and even in Novigrad it was still stuttering. Now, I can't particularly tell you why, but I can tell you what my video settings are now. I had to completely uninstall The Witcher 3, reinstall it, reinstall all the DLC because you can't load a save file that if you've loaded the DLC. All the DLC for alternate outfits right now are turned off, and I had to, after reinstalling it, install it to the patch. And this was the default settings when I uninstalled and reinstalled. And frankly, this is the only settings that work right now. If I try to use the NVIDIA optimizers, I can't get back into the program. There's something terribly wrong with this. I probably could sit around here and knock all these things up to ultra if I wanted to, but I know at least one of these settings is what's messed up. Is it the NVIDIA Hairworks? No, it can't just be the NVIDIA Hairworks. Because that was something I tested. In fact, I put it all the way to low before I uninstalled and reinstalled, and it still didn't fix it. So if you're having terrible trouble in this part or any other part of The Witcher 3, I guess uninstall and reinstall is about the only thing you can do until they get a better patch. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I can only begin to say how miserable it is. I've wasted hours and hours on this. It has caused a lot of frustration. It is definitely not the experience I wanted to have. Fortunately, because I had this save file that I manually saved, only have to go through a little bit of it. I went through about another 2 hours of stuttering that got increasingly worse. It did something into my hard drive. Like, my SSD, when I did a performance test on it, was running significantly slower than my regular old slow hard drive. I had to optimize it and do all kinds of things. It must have just corrupted a file. Now, I don't know, maybe maybe that didn't have anything to do with it, but maybe it did. I'm just glad right now that we can progress here. We can make some progress. I am gonna have a little bit of foreknowledge since I know what happens in the story, and
not this here,
it's
child.
not too bad.
I so wished to see the ladies.
The gate will be closed.
Actually, it's gonna help me. I'm gonna skip a couple of scenes because we are gonna run into the crones, but they're gonna be originally in around a pot where they're boiling the 3 people that were let in. So spoilers there, whatever. And they're feeding the blood to that big tree that gives them the acorns. But when they're around the pot, they're naked And for there it really gets to about a frame or two. If they kept it going, they would have done full frontal nudity, which they haven't done in any of the other games, and I don't think they will. But because one of the characters was, the camera was turning kind of like that, and it changed angles to the next thing. We'll skip that, and then when we get to Imarith, he'll be surrounded by a bunch of succubuses, some of which are topless, and I'll skip that scene.
Greetings.
It was so bad though. Even like pre-rendered things
Wouldn't mind a look at your stock.
were not loading. They weren't running right. Just out of some weirdness.
Farewell.
Pierced her head and sunk her lifeless corpse into a vessel.
One of the things
Light and wrote to herself.
that should also be mentioned. What was I gonna say? Oh man. Sometimes I just start sense and don't even remember. Oh, I think maybe when we walk up here, you'll probably see a broom fade in when we see this character. And see, she's holding the broom. When we get to the cutscene, it'll fade in. One of the things I think the reason that might be is because it goes from 60 frames to 30 frames a second, and in cutscenes they're limited to 30 frames a second, which might somehow be affecting that, but I'm no expert. It's really dumb. They need to fix it, whatever this load in is.
It's clearing up.
See how it, for a few frames it took a while.
Who's that? Well, come on, come closer.
This old lady has the mark that the mother of the wife of the Baron, had on her hand. Thus she's working for the Crones also.
Narrow hips, sparkly eyes, a striking feisty lass.
Never had a man. Never mind. Got me answer. I choose you, girl. This night you shall see the ladies.
So, that's a little weird. She sniffed to see if she was a virgin or not, and then Ciri immediately looks at Geralt, because Geralt's the father figure, and she's like, oh, I didn't want him to know this, I don't want him to know that. But it's... I'm not sure Geralt would be really in anybody's place to make any argument there. Considering how much his character has slept around. Now, there's no way I would pick here. Ciri, what do you think? I am going with her.
If she goes up the mountain, I go with her.
What else has the cat dragged in?
It's grey and veiny, got a scar, and eyes like a viper.
Aye. Stinks of clotted blood and corpses. Plus it's old and infertile. I reject ye, freak. The girl will ascend alone.
Huh. So does that mean Ciri is not infernal? She probably isn't.
What's this about? What have you chosen her for?
Tell him.
Each year, 3 chosen have the honor to meet the ladies.
What happens after they've had this honor?
When they return, they speak of the past no more. Joy rules them and they start life anew. The lads were not the first to be chosen this day, but the moon hangs high, so she's like to be the last.
So, well, they know only 3 go, so they should know whether or not she's the last or not. It's kind of ridiculous. So to get the spoilers to explain this, they say they come back full of joy and start a life anew. What really happens is they get killed and the crones replace them for a small amount of time, and then they leave the town pretending to be those people and go back to being the crones. So there might be an alternate ending in this sequence if I didn't go with her, but it would be bad. Definitely bad.
I'm going with her.
He's fire in his gut. What do you see?
He's determined. He loves the girl, but he seeks to hide it from us.
Perhaps I was mistaken. Perhaps there's life in him yet. By ancient right, you may appeal my choice. But to do so, you must best the challenge.
What's the challenge?
What kind of challenge?
Tell him.
You must descend into the cave and bathe in the waters below the earth.
What's the catch?
The water's deep. The water's murky.
I accept the challenge.
Come.
So, remember exactly what they said the challenge was here. Descend to the deep and bathe in the waters below.
Look this over. A coin from days of yore. Falker burns on its reverse, so they call it the Defier's Oran. Now, bring me the coin.
So, the fire's on.
Something's afoot. Something's nigh.
And that was nice. Get some buckthorn. Equip our thing. Oops. This is no good. I need to get past this rock and get up before I die. I have actually quite a considerable amount of points I need to spend. Now this is kind of strange. This points to that there would be somewhere in the not that menu, this menu, somewhere in this mountain, a way to actually get back into this whole section. And I think you probably can get into this whole section in other ways. It doesn't really matter. It's just the past the gate is the part that you never see again. So there might be more to the cave from that side. I had speculated that the bug was just this area, and that was the only reason that we had that I was running into trouble, but no, it really has nothing to do with this area. In fact, it was acting far too badly for it just to be that to be the problem. So what I'm doing is I'm moving all the red things over here, and unfortunately I don't have a greater red mutagen. All I have is a standard red mutagen, so I'll put it here. That gives me a 28% attack power increase as I get some more levels, which I will, because basically get a few thousand in a really short amount of time from this. Then I am putting it all towards that increase the attack. I need to increase the attack for my guy. Imarith is not a pushover per se. There are some context clues you could be overlooking here. It's called the Defier's Coin. You were told not to, that you were told the quest was to bathe in the water. So, those were two different statements completely. One was bathe in the water, and then the second statement was bring me back to
I
form.
was beginning to worry. Come, let's get the key. Geralt?
I wish they wouldn't say anything when you talk to them if they just intended you not to say anything. All these cutscenes were horrible.
Something's nigh.
Were just so laggy and so jaggy. That's why I've come back to this point and I'm
They're
playing
back.
it a second time.
What do you want?
Can't help but be curious. What's at the summit?
Tell him.
The ladies dwell there, but only the chosen may look upon them.
I know that. I want.
You'll learn nothing else here.
Got that coin you tossed in the lake.
It reeks of sludge.
Nothing I can do about that. So, gonna keep your word?
I always do, my boy. Show the coin to the gatekeeper past the threshold. He'll know its meaning. Marika will open the gate for you. Now go.
Knows what she's just said. Show the
Weren't the
coin.
one to do the diving in that cave.
Stop whining. You're a witcher. You've dived in murkier waters.
Yeah, have to tell you about the time I hunted a Zuho.
So, she specifically
As the
said,
chosen will now
show it
ascend
to
the
him, he'll
mountain.
know the meaning. Not, he'll open the gate. She's gonna open the gate already for me. So what's the point of me showing the coin to the guy past it? Why do you need a gate and a gatekeeper? Now, I don't like having foreknowledge in games, and it kind of sucks. For older games, it's kind of unavoidable if I played them before. Hopefully I will have forgotten a lot of it. Fortunately for this, the only foreknowledge I have is kind of for just Bald Mountain Quest, and that's it. So I had hoped originally that the studying would have finished right here, as soon as we got in this new area. Nope. I should have known right there. That meant it was never gonna stop. Not wasted more time. What is this supposed to be?
What's your
a demon?
name, girl?
What's yours?
Your name don't matter. Atop the peak, you'll lose it and get another. You may go. And you?
So, now's the spoiler. If I say I passed the trial, here's proof, he will attack me. Because the Defier's Coin is a death sentence, they're just trying to kill me. And they figured they'd let the demon do it. So I'm gonna just say let us through.
Got something to do up there, so just let us through.
Giving me orders? You, a human?
I passed the trial. Here's proof.
Oops.
Recognize it?
The Defier's Orin. a death sentence.
Guess it didn't matter what I said, did it? Hardly a difficult fight.
One tough son of a bitch.
No, he
We've no
wasn't.
time to lose. I'll tend to Imlerith, you take the crones. Avalark said they dwell below the oak, among its roots.
No chance. I'm going after Imlerith.
Fine, let's play for it. Rock, paper, scissors.
This would be interesting if it came out
Damn
differently.
It. 2 out of 3.
So, seems like either one you say is going to turn it. It'd be funny if some of your actions in the past actually didn't have you win this, but no. It would be very dangerous for her to fight Imroth.
Imlerith's a bigger threat than the crones. I should face him.
I'm no worse a fighter than you.
We both know that's not true. Listen to me this once.
But...
No buts.
It would be
Fine. Be careful.
kind of disappointing.
You too.
So the sad part is I cannot loot that demon. Because it goes to this load screen. So if there was something that demon drops, some
I must get down
interesting
there.
piece of whatever, I will never see it. What was that? Like bats flying around. Oops, almost fell off right there.
Oh, hell. I guess I must jump.
This is kind of a dumb point because you get to this section and walk 5 feet and then jump and then walk another 5 feet and then you're into a loading screen. Yep. As far as I know, there's nothing down here. I couldn't properly look for anything. I couldn't play thoroughly if I even wanted to, with all the stuttering that was going on, and now everything is so smooth. Alright, so now we're gonna get to the scene with the crones, and that means I need to skip twice. This will help me. This is live editing. The crones are in the form of 3 young, naked women around a pot of boiling bones and heads. And I will skip twice, and that should get me to the conversation where they turn back into themselves. And we'll see the rest of it. Hopefully. So one skip. One skip.
Welcome, child of the Elder Blood. We knew you would return. Your taste lingers on our tongues.
You've talked enough.
So most of that. Now there's no potions, there's no oils, there's nothing really that she can do. The trick here is to liberally use the blink feature. When you get behind them, try to stay away. They're all pretty slow. You pretty much focus on the brewmaster here. the big one. Now, notice my life is back. My life will regenerate. She'll try to do poison attack. The trick here is I need to be very careful to stay away from them while my health is low, even close to half health. And get rid of a couple of these. Stay away from them. This took me several tries, this fight, because of just the stutter. Not having an opportunity to
You will die here now.
just stay away from them. Wait till you can do this and get maybe one hit on them. So one of them turns to crows, one of them throws a bone at you. You're almost in, and you almost certainly kill the one that turns to crow first. It's kind of boring, I know.
You will die here now.
But I'd rather get this done on the first try. So you can kind of see how this 3-on-1 fight is exactly what her blink ability is all about and was designed for. But from far distances. Nope. Almost dead. I don't have any potions. Can't drink swallow. All I can do is be very careful for a pretty long amount of time.
You die tonight.
And see, if I just sit there and I try to hurt them with fast attacks, which you would think would be the right thing to do, it doesn't work. They get hits in on me and they are doing pretty good amount of damage. I thought for a second you were supposed to hit the the stew, and maybe that would somehow cause it. I even thought at first you were just supposed to run away because they seemed so powerful with the stuttering. They're not really that powerful, but they are pretty powerful.
Naughty girl.
If you could get really close to these guys and then use your blink ability, then you would have a better time hitting them.
You will die here now. You die tonight. Naughty girl!
So we've almost got this one.
You will die here now!
That's 2 down. That's a little odd. I killed the other one first last time. I suppose you could probably have done them all. Now that there's only one person that you're focusing in on, you can sort of get 3 hits on them. There we go. That took longer than it should have. So you see the roots here are the acorn tree that they were feeding the dead bodies to. And then the acorn tree would drop a few acorns, but never enough.
Damn it!
So she killed 2 of them.
Imlerith's at the summit. Gotta be.
So updated for entries for weaves and whispers. Now I suppose if I went back this way, could I go this way? Oh, don't tell me I can go back the way I came. I wouldn't want to. Well, I mean, I can do it. Oh, of all the luck. I think I see it too. It's right over there. So if they had just put me further back, I could have gotten that. Looted him. But I think what they probably figured, and rightfully so, was that it was not a worthwhile endeavor to have 1 or 2 creatures in the game that would drop very rare items. It would be too many people would miss it. More to the top. One other thing about the DLC is I've come to realize that for the DLCs that are missions, those are the missions that they spend some extra time writing dialogue for. Place of power. I never went down here before. Where am I on the map is the question. If I fall down, can I get back up? I see no reason why I couldn't. Some buckthorn, as if I really need that. Seems so strange. It's like a whole section that they just weren't going to use. Or maybe they will use it at some point. It wouldn't surprise me if there was some future DLC that has brought us back to this whole section. It would be a good secondary place to... Might as well grab that. That didn't look like that was any secret thing or anything. Like a diagram for a treasure hunt, but definitely worth it to check that out. And definitely worth it to come back here and deal with this stuff with it not stuttering. I mean, you are not, I cannot understate it enough. You are not experiencing the experience I had. I mean, I was getting to the point where I was gonna have to put down the game. If I didn't figure, if this reinstall didn't work, I would have had to put down the game completely and not played it until the next patch at least.
Magic. A place of power.
And potentially maybe never even play it again. I may have ended the series. If I hit game-breaking bugs, that's one of the things you might do. I mean, I can't spend days and days trying to get something to work. Okay, so I found, not here, that there's a Archgriffin concoction that will reduce things by 10%. And then this full moon might be a consideration instead of Thunderbolt, because it gives you more life and there's 4 of them. Notice I haven't really been playing with any of those options at all. We have stuck very strictly to it. I found a place of power. With the place of power, notice in the lower right it says 28%. When I upgrade this, it still says 28%. So upgrading your abilities in those branches doesn't get you the 40%. Getting a greater mutagen would. Unfortunately, I don't have that. Maybe that'll stop showing up now that I've reinstalled too. If I could make a greater red mutagen, that's what I would hope for. But I need 2 regular red mutagens, and we still haven't found any way to break down the other mutagens into lesser red mutagens. Maybe we will at some point, but I have a doubt. So I'm gonna drink the, that drink is the word I'm trying to say. I'm going to drink the Archgriffin, whatever those are called, and it's gonna give me 31 minutes of that deconcoction. Now we will get to this scene and I should just be able to skip it once. Maybe I'll skip it twice. Ooh, this is risky. It doesn't matter. Griff is sitting on the throne. He's surrounded by about 9 succubuses. He has his helmet off. He looks kind of like a dark elf. I'll skip this once and hopefully this will work. Even if I skip the whole cutscene, it really doesn't matter. He just asks you where the girl is. There we go.
The sisters said you would come. They saw you arrive in the water's surface. They did not see the girl. But she is with you, is she not?
Of course, the question here, the right answer is to say you came alone.
I'm here alone.
A lie which will change nothing.
Very true.
First you, then her.
Why does their mask make them talk differently? I want a mask that makes me talk differently. I think that'd be cool. Okay. So he can teleport, he's got a shield, he's got some frost power, but his health is not terribly, it's not terribly high. I need to be on Quinn, even though I think I lost that, and I need to be on a bomb of some sort. So you need to get behind him, try to get a couple of hard, strong hits on him. He's really not gonna let you line up for now. Full moon only lasts for a few minutes, so I wouldn't use it at the level of toxicity I'm really at, which kind of makes it to use, but I wouldn't use Thunderbolt either. It took me several attempts to try and beat this guy. And he has all of a sudden this instant teleport ability that I never knew about. Now he's changed up his attack, and this is where he gets real deadly. You need to just dodge until he gets to this point. So he'll try and attack you several times. You need to dodge. I'm not doing good. Not doing good at all. So what was the most recent save is the question.
Imlerith's at the summit. Gotta be.
So, not terrible. We will adjust our eyes for a second here. Make sure we know. So, if you drink at the deconcoction, you really don't have enough to get. You really don't have enough to get to be drinking Swallow and Thunderbolt. I will let you in on the secret. You don't actually have to get this guy all the way down on his health. You just get down to maybe an 8th or a 16th.
Magic. A place of power.
So since we seem to have lost our protection there, let's drink the deconcoction now. Now draw this. Now, I keep hitting the wrong button. We will use Thunderbolt if we want. Why not? Put this on Quinn. Do that. Put this on a grape shot just in case we do it. And to save us some time, we will save the game now. Save games created with this version are incompatible with previous versions, which is something that's good to know. So before you update to 1.07, I would make a save game. That may put you very far back in the story, but if you do have to just try and run this without 1.07, at least you wouldn't have to start the whole game over. I have no save files for this. So we'll skip this.
They did not see the...
We can say, yes, she's here.
Yeah, we're both here.
Where is the girl?
Doesn't matter. You'll never get her.
It's kind of weird how his little tassels just flicker up by themselves.
I trust this time will be no different.
Alright. So, we want to dodge his attack.
Damn, you're ugly.
Now, the deconcoction I'm using is taking all my stamina, which means I can't cast Quinn until later. But notice he's almost halfway done with his health already. So he's already to this point. Don't try to do anything. Just get out of his way. Until he's stuck. And then get one powerful attack on him. One strong attack.
Who taught you to fight like this?
The Witcher you slew.
So sustained Igni to the face. That is pretty gross. A few points in this game they try to be pretty gross. Notice there, no quick time event. Nothing required to show you a nice finishing cutscene. I've played a lot of games that required quick time events lately, and boy, has my dislike for them only increased more and more. Also notice I'm not using the alternative outfit.
Barely.
I think that might
Gotta
give
go
us
down there.
trouble. We saw how
Slew only
it
2 of the
definitely gave
clones.
up Troz. Gave us
The
trouble.
third fled with Vesemir's medallion, my sole memento.
So it was not a good idea to come here. We avenged as Vesemir, yes, but we need to say we were lucky. Very lucky.
We got lucky this time. Hope it stays with us.
It's not luck. You're a professional killer, and I'm a chip off the old block. Now to find Eredin and kill him. An Orin for your thoughts?
Wondering what to tell Yennefer when we get to Novigrad.
Tell her the truth. Always.
That's very good advice, since she can read your
I
mind.
wonder if Triss and Yennefer have found the sorceresses at the lodge. We ought to rejoin them.
Yeah, let's go. I mean, we could say not quite yet, and try and look around this area, but we're not going to be able to loot Imerith for items and get like a wild hunt armor. So let's just go.
Yeah, let's get going.
Thank you for coming with me.
Come here.
I really wonder how younger people
Let's
and
go.
even like middle-aged people in their 20s and 30s would relate to having a daughter figure that is as elderly
The oak is
as
dead.
she looks.
The oak, the crones. I fear that was your last feast.
What of our acorns?
I said you'll need to live without them the last time, but oddly, actually, it wasn't Geralt that said it. It was Ciri who actually said that line. But I want to say I don't know this time.
Your acorns? No idea. After the summit's clear, you can always go looking for them.
Or just go home.
This is no longer no man's land. It's no longer the lady's land. It's all yours.
What are we to do?
Come, Geralt. It's time.
Manage. On your own.
So maybe I made a whole city out of this area. Maybe it won't be infested with race anymore. That monster we freed from the other tree didn't come back. 1 week later in Novigrad. It took a week to get from the bottom of the map to the top. Weird.
Then non-humans. Thought it was mages the hunters and the temple guard were after.
Mages left. Hunters needed a new quarry.
So maybe if the mages had stayed, it would be mages there.
Hatred and prejudice will never be eradicated. And witch hunts will never be about witches. To have a scapegoat, that's the key. Humans always fear the alien, the odd. Once the mages had left Novigrad, folk turned their anger against the other races. And as they have for ages, branded their neighbors their greatest foes.
So we haven't seen that in a long time. We kind of thought that would be like happening all the time.
With guests. Geralt! Ciri!
NPC in the background who's freaking out.
Found you.
Glad to see you in one piece too, Dandelion.
Where have you two been?
Let's just go here and there. Since I said Imrith, we hunted him down before. I want to try different responses. Fortunately, we are getting to the point where I haven't progressed any further. I stopped right as I could out of this string of conversations.
Went to Kaer Morhen first, then Velen.
Leave them alone, Zoltan. Can't you see they're beat? In fact, you look terrible. Like you could really use some rest.
Gladly take some. Point me to a room.
Of course. Come on, little swallow. I'll take you.
Let's meet later, Geralt. I've a little matter to resolve. I'll freshen up, then await you in the square in Gildorf.
Right.
Anything interesting happened? Since I asked what about the sorceress before.
Anything happened while we were away?
Pretty Polly came down with a fever. That oyster caught a knife between the ribs, and they're late delivering the sodden triple meat.
Dandelion. Lodge of Sorceresses. Triss and Yen were supposed to gather the remnants.
They're working on it. Triss is upstairs, waiting for you. Yennefer's gone to Crippled Kate's.
Yen? At that portside dive? Why?
Didn't inform me. Imagine that. Ah, and that elf of yours moved into the Ruby Suite. Told me to tell you he's waiting too.
His face is so veiny because I took that deconcoction.
Gave him your best room?
He didn't exactly ask. I prepared another room for him, but he blew past me and locked himself in the Ruby. Hasn't peeked out since. Barely eats, drinks only water, and the only thing I've heard from him is, I wish to know when Windblade and Zeriel arrive.
Thanks. Looks like I'll have my hands full.
Windblade. So I need to talk to everybody. So this ends the my foreknowledge, it was still very, very much jaggy. And let's see, this requires level 34. We are at level 31, but these now will work just fine. I've been holding on to those items for a little while. So, we have the superior feline sword, which we can equip, and it should be +5 attack power. And then the superior feline steel sword. Let's see. I'm trying to highlight it, and I'm not. 5% attack power, 5% to cause burning. Actually, I want to just increase the attack power on these, so I will probably destroy the runestones inside these for the chance to take the greater Chernobog runestones that are in all these, because the 5% is a major improvement on the attack power. When we go over to our character, we are now on final preparations. Collect them all. Yeah, are we really going to be able to get that one done? I don't know. Skellig's Most Wanted. I might go irritate myself with that and see if I can get finished with that. But I probably won't. Everything else is at 34, so we're still like 3 levels below what we should be at. We didn't fail anything. And I did do some research, and it does definitely feel like we're not likely to actually get many more quests. While we are kind of at the beginning of the 3rd act, from best I can tell, I think it's going to happen pretty fast. Let's see. We could sit here and try and read some of this. Our main thing is we're going to try and take Iridan out. Is Fugus, the Devil Fugus. He's dead. Was he in? Did we see him before? The ghost in the tree. Weaves. So, Whispers here at the bottom of her thing, it says Cirilla killed her. I can now, theoretically, go to Craftsman's and see if I can update my armor. That would be something worth trying. I don't think there's anything I can make. Haven't picked up anything new. Alright, so let's talk to Albuck.
How much?
We're continuing the story.
Zoltan.
Get up.
There's nothing I can say
Nice
new to
talking to you,
him.
Zoltan. See you later.
See, I wouldn't have minded if the Passiflora, the House of Ill Repute, was like this. This is what it should have been. And because the YouTube probably won't yell at me for people walking around in scantily clad underwear in the game.
Damnation.
But they will certainly probably yell at me for anything less. And unfortunately, the Passiflora, they wear something. They wear less. We haven't gotten the loot in a while. I haven't gotten a lot to play a lot of these systems in a while because they locked us into that whole scenario. And like all final battles, everything that was once an important part of the game gets thrown out. You're just fighting. Back to a regular outfit.
Greetings,
I like
Triss.
it. I actually like it better than the
Have you
ultimate
lost your
outfit.
mind? You went after Imlerith by yourselves? To the Sabbath? How could you put Ciri in danger?
Shouldn't have. I'm sorry.
It ended well, luckily. But it didn't have to.
I know, but Imlerith's gone. That's what matters. Besides, I was there the whole time. Had the situation under control. Mind if we change the subject? Past burning pyres on the way into town. Non-humans on them.
Things grow worse by the day. No mages left in the city, so the hunters had to find someone else to victimize. We need to resolve everything as quickly as possible and leave Novigrad.
Any success with the lodge? Anyone out there willing to help?
It doesn't look good. Ida outright refused, while Francesca won't budge from her little realm with a war raging. We don't know about Fringilla. Haven't been able to contact her.
And the others? Kira? Margarita? Philippa?
Kira? I thought you, of all people, would know.
Few can refuse a sorceress. And Kira Metz certainly had her ways. But when she demanded the Mage Alexander's notes, I had to turn her down. Kira needed that, as she needed the impetus to start anew. She found it where she least expected to. Years later, known for discovering the cure for the Catriona plague, she was thankful none remembered her time in hiding as a village witch. I've seen worse matches. Hope things work out for them.
I hope they work out for us, and we actually find Philippa and Rita.
Oh, okay, so boy is that weird that they put these outcomes like this. She ran off with Lambert, which that's what I thought would happen. And she actually did cure the disease instead of trying to sell it to the Emperor. So Kira's out of the picture, it seems, and so is Lambert, and they get a happy ending, which is nice. Playing matchmaker in a non-matchmaker game. I kind of like it. I kind of like playing matchmaker in games. Let's ask where Philippa and Margarita are.
Know where they are.
Yennefer's looking into Rita's whereabouts. I have to figure out where Philippa is.
Oh.
Know what Jens found out?
You'll need to ask her. I've been busy trying to find Philippa.
So I can give her the crystal
Learn anything?
that I got
A
when
few
I
things
searched her.
that could be interesting. Prefer the long version or the short?
Long. Want to know the details.
Tell me everything. I want the details.
After fleeing Loch Muin, Philippa ended up here in Novigrad. She sought help from her former lover, the sorcerer Arthur de Vlister.
Philippa and a former lover? Something tells me happily ever after is not how that story ends.
Philippa had made a fool of him once. Arthur was out for revenge. He convinced her she'd be safest as an owl. She transformed, and he placed a Dimeridian band on her leg. The mage hunt started shortly afterwards. Sadly, Arthur fell victim. They auctioned off his estate. Just so happened a certain dwarven acquaintance of ours stumbled on the auction.
Zoltan. Huh. So Philippa was here under our noses the whole time?
Was, precisely. Zoltan lost her in a card game a few days ago.
Interesting. So the dwarf
that's Zoltan
who was
for you.
in charge of the
A man showed up here,
game.
fleeced Zoltan bare, then proposed they play for the owl. Naturally, he won, then politely thanked Zoltan for the game and left.
Who was it? Know where he lives?
He's not from here. No one knows him.
Great. We got any leads?
We have this.
That Philippa the Owl's feather? Thinking divination?
Specifically hydromancy, and a form of sortilege. We need a fountain where we won't be disturbed.
Okay, so let's go now.
One outside the Passiflora could work.
Good idea. Let's go.
Gildorf, area of Novigrad.
We're here.
Nice and quiet. Shouldn't be any disturbances.
Let's begin. Observe the water's surface carefully. We can't let anything go unnoticed.
Graham et Thuir, Robert Mcgelle, Alfelte. Graham et Thuir, Deagnis Kerle, es Pirshena a et Clace.
Looks familiar. A bathhouse. I know the place. Dijkstra. He has her at his bathhouse. Might have guessed as much. Was that the past or the future?
The recent past. We have to hurry.
Let's go to the bathhouse. Might not be too late.
Come on.
Okay. For a second there, I thought we were just gonna fast travel there. New quest blindingly obvious. Go to the bathhouse of truth.
I hope we get there in time. I hope Dijkstra hasn't already hurt her.
The possibilities are many. Could be Dijkstra that got hurt.
Not likely. Dijkstra never forgave her for sending assassins after him. And Philip is weakened, no doubt about it.
Weakened, maybe, but still a powerful sorceress. If Dijkstra's men take the Dimeridium off, Philippa will kill them before they can say, oh shit.
So, it's kind of hard to find the bathhouse. Percival's shop? Who?
Honor in the fatherland.
Still 26 minutes into the Archgriff and the concoction. And still high.
Guess they underestimated Philippa.
You were right. She must have changed back into strong magic. We have to get inside.
Surrender! This place is a maze, witch! You'll never get out! Goddamn fools! After her!
We'll handle this.
Oh no, no, no! The sorceress stays here!
We're going together.
Not a chance.
It's fine, Geralt. I'll stay, in case she tries to flee this way.
Fine. Be right back.
Can't just jump through here. She's blowing up everything. I guess she's gonna make me fight these guys.
Damn, she cast a spell on us.
Oh well.
That's it, you're in.
Let's try this. that wasn't that hard. I'll drink a thing in case she still wants to fight me. I was hoping to talk my way through this. Where is she? I think she may have opened the secret passage. Yep. Down she went. Well, that's one way to get down the ladder. Gee, I wonder if the troll is gonna attack me. Huh.
Birdie, birdie. Good steed.
I am your master now. You're to protect me, understood?
Relax. Stand.
Stand here. Let no one pass.
Here's the
Or no.
Witcher, no past go. Birdie, birdie, no say.
Damn it, cast a spell on him too. She's hurt. Did you see that? I want to help her.
Birdie, no past go. Say, but no let past go.
Ever had a stomach ache?
Hey, aye. But once old drowner ate.
Her stomach aches like she just ate 100 old drowners.
But no one. Drowner make egg very bad.
Let me pass. I can help her.
But let past go. Witcher help.
Easy enough there.
I wanna help you.
Help me die. Don't go get wet.
Come on, where are you, Philippa? What's that at? Chart? What is this? On the map. Let's just run this way. I think I killed all these guys long ago. No, she killed them. That's why they're burnt to ash.
I'm not out to hurt you.
Bollocks! You will not take me.
I wanna help you.
Ha! Forgive me, but I just don't believe you.
Interesting. Mental. What kind of bombs do we have? What is this thing? Sneak up to Philippa without making too much noise.
What's
Tracy's
happened?
waiting by the exit.
So quiet all of a sudden.
Alright. How do you sneak? I guess you just sneak. Yeah, I still got some
Stop
damage
squirming.
and
If I
cuffs.
wanted to kill you, you'd be long dead by now.
What do you want? To torment me? To watch others do so?
I need your help.
Betray me, and I will.
Relax. Not planning on it. Triss is outside. She'll explain everything.
Yeah, another opportunity I had where I
Deepest
didn't
apologies,
have to kill him.
but the lady will come with me.
Dijkstra, I don't have time for this. Get out of my way.
I've no quarrel with you, Geralt, but Phil and I have lots to talk about. Remember the assassins you sent after me, darling Phil? A grave error. Such matters ought to be handled personally, as I will now demonstrate.
I remember you, little Bond, but this is no time for a lover's quarrel.
But it's an excellent time to settle a score. Philippa will come with me, and answer for all the courtesies she's paid me.
Tell you what the Emperor's after if you let us go. Interesting.
Always knew the value of information, Dijkstra.
Which is why I don't believe you have anything I don't already know.
The Emperor of Nilfgaard wasn't able to sway the Trade Corporation.
Opposition nibbling at his arse, eh? Seems the White Flame won't dance on the graves of his foes much longer.
His daughter has returned. The Emperor wants to abdicate, give her the throne.
Cirilla? Impossible. This could shift the tide of war. Provided, of course, you're not mistaken.
Emperor himself told me. So, information's firsthand.
Emir's a lying whore.
When it comes to his daughter's future, doubt it.
You've no idea of the importance of this information. A change on the Imperial throne could bring the war to an end. Radovid's sure to be delighted. If Emir sounds the retreat, there'll be no force left that could possibly stop that madman. Especially in light of our bloody aborted plan.
You didn't actually believe you could do it. Radovid's crazy, but he's no idiot. Knows all too well there are dozens out there who'd...
Silence.
Do I understand you correctly? You want to kill Radovid? Well, Siggy, I am impressed. Doubted you still had it in you, frankly. Sadly, as you well know, Radovid has sought refuge on his boat. He's guarded so closely, I'd not be at all surprised to learn he shares his bed each night with 2 sentries.
You know too much, Phil. Yet one more reason why you must die.
Think you might want to hear her out. Dare say Philippa despises Radovid at least as much as you do.
I'm content someone apart from myself has finally gotten the idea to rid the world of the degenerate.
Save your praise for others. I couldn't give a shit.
Currently, only 2 individuals stand to draw Radovid off his boat. Emir and myself.
You'd agree to be the bait?
I fear you'd be hard-pressed to convince Emir to dangle himself as such.
Fat fucking chance. Geralt, I wouldn't trust this cunt to hard-boil my eggs.
Rightly so, I'm terrible with eggs. But think on this. Radovid hears that you've captured me. Will he not throw caution to the wind? Will he not jump at the chance to kill me, personally, with his bare hands?
Out of the question. Geralt, get her out of here before I burst her testicle. And then we must meet with our friends. I've leased a warehouse portside. Be sure to come.
Okay, so we're still trying to kill the Emperor, Radovid.
Sorry to take so long, but I had to deal with the guards.
Hello, Triss.
Philip, are you alright?
I've been better.
I'll get you out of here.
Gonna be alright?
Yeah, thanks for your help.
Wonder why different witches' portals are different colors. New quest, the soldier statue. Interesting. New quest, the nobleman statue. 500 experience points. Quest updated for final preparation. Quest complete for blindingly obvious. New quest, reason of the state. So let's see. How long have we been going? Quite a long time, I would say. We still got, I would say, enough time to do some more. But no crash, no stuttering. So far, so good. Here we go. Now, if I meditate, I guess that means all my things would finish. Meet Dijkstra the thing at the... Talk to Triss about the statue. Wow, level 14 quests. Talk to Triss about the statue. So I have these statues, and these were quests I wanted to do, I should have done long ago. And there's no reason I should not do it right now. So fortunately Triss is back in the picture. And let's see. So let's go find Triss and talk to her about the statue. Let's see where she's gonna be. She's going to be back, I think, pretty far.
Help! Save me! I'm dying!
Double shades.
So, how you go with this here? I was nothing about my own business when suddenly up he pops in the deal with me.
Let's talk to this shopkeeper. See if they give us, he'd be willing to give us anything
The best
new.
stock in all Novigrad. No need to push, enough for all comers.
No one to push.
Very good. Manners before trade, always.
This guy's face is different.
Let me have a look.
I'm gonna have to keep an eye on the faces of the Novigrad people. Because of the merchants, not the Novigrad people. It may very well be that in 1.07 they fixed the fact that all of those were turning out to be the exact same.
Bye.
Oh.
The eternal fire protects
It is gonna be a
us.
strange
Sure comes in handy.
thing for the Gwent. I probably, well, I wouldn't say probably, but there's a good chance that I will
Another drifter in from Tiberia.
end up doing every single bit I can do of this game, and then I'll turn around and run around the whole area off screen, looking to play Gwent with people. Where's Triss? She's upstairs.
Yes, Geralt?
Take a look at this figuring. I could ask, how do you feel? Sure, why not?
Feel all right?
So. Why do you ask?
Been wondering. How's your hand? Your fingers?
They'll heal. Listen,
Still
it was
heal.
my idea. I knew exactly what I was getting into. Don't need to worry about me.
Okay.
Maybe we should talk about something else.
Gladly. I was about to ask the same.
Take a look at this figurine.
Look what I picked up.
Artifact impression. Someone got themselves enchanted in this figurine.
Intend to decompress?
Of course. Whoever cast the spell on the poor soul must have forgotten about him.
So, think it's a soldier. Let's say it looks like a nobleman.
Looks like a nobleman.
Could be just that. Come with me. I can't perform the ritual here.
I think I have two of them.
Everything's ready. Let's get to work.
Get to work. What?
Yes, Geralt?
So long, Triss.
Get to work on what? What am I supposed to be doing here?
Yes, Geralt?
Feel all right?
So. Why do you ask? Gladly.
So long, Triss.
I don't understand what we're supposed to be doing.
Show me the sword.
I can't see what this is. This isn't the room she had before, I don't believe. Because that was a slanted thing. That was like a slanted, tilted building.
It's a waste of words.
Quests. Secondary quests. Do I have the statue? Oh, maybe I have to drop it. That would kind of make sense. Quest items. Silver lid, polished crystal, jade figurine, jade figurine. Like, can I drop items? I don't even think I can drop those things because they're quest items. I think I may have just broken it. Like I could drop the fire's coin. I could drop the glamour. Talisman. Unless those items are in my stash somewhere. They must have known that, I mean, this is going through the right way. This is just strange. Well, what can I do? Let's move on to the next quest. Because this one seems stuck. It's just stuck. Because I have two things and not a bit of explanation on.
Looking to make some coin too, eh?
We'll move to the warehouse. Another bug. At least when you run into a bug, it doesn't ruin the entire game for me. Like it was before. But I mean, how can I even make that argument? How can I say, well, at least this bug only makes it impossible to finish 3 quests?
This side of the pond.
It even sounds.
Welcome, welcome.
That's the usual face
What
for
have
the
you got
Reyes
there?
guy. Nothing new.
What have you got there?
And I guess we could do some alchemy. But there's no real alchemy to do.
So long.
Damn it, lost my way again.
Any needs must.
How can I be of service?
Got some coin I'd like to convert into crowns.
Come
Probably
to the
don't
right
even have
place.
that much
A better rate you'll
coin.
not find anywhere in the city.
Really. 116, yeah. Barely any at all. Not real surprising there. I haven't been looting a lot. I haven't been fighting a lot. I've been stuck in the second to third act exchange there.
That'n't sound pretty, but he can't keep his hands off himself.
Greetings.
Oh, here it is. The apocalypse. A witch has walked into my brothel.
What's strange about
Brothel?
What's strange is you. Everyone knows witches are freaks, mutants, unnatural. And this here's a decent brothel for whores with principles. Well, spit it out. Got all the same bits in your trousers like a normal lad.
that? Last I checked, everything was where it should be.
So, how about a game of cards? I've never even been in this thing. I'd like to buy something.
Got anything to sell?
Strawberries and raspberries, olives. Have I ever picked up any of these items? Grapes, perfumes, well. So I can play Gwent with her.
So long.
Wouldn't even have walked in here if I'd known it was this kind of place.
What say we up over to the brothel?
So, opportunities for Gwent are all abounding. This town's design makes it difficult to find just about anything.
Watch your step.
Take care of yourself.
To the warehouse we go with Vernon Roach and Dijkstra plotting to kill the Emperor.
That's a rat for sure. Another day gone to shit.
Are you a wizard? Is it
Are we
true
getting
elves
anywhere
make
close?
soup out of kids?
Oh, what do you think you're doing?
Running into people, obviously, is what I'm doing. It's not over here. Have I even been down this section? I don't think I have. It would be no surprise, really. It'd be no surprise the way this whole thing is.
Who's there? Witcher Geralt. Get in here. Boss awaits upstairs. You bloody tell us what this is about.
Just as soon as Geralt arrives.
Yeah, I've never been in this place.
Talk. Least you can do is pour.
Witcher, at last. Now we're all present.
And up the fucking creek. Why have you summoned us? Radovid's on his ship. We'll not get to him there, I've told you.
Stop it! I've an idea how to draw him onto dry land. But all in due course. Let's start by confessing our sins. I let Philippa Eilhart in on our plan. Mea culpa.
Bravo. Bloody bravo.
Now, it's not a disaster. The Lady Sorceress is highly unlikely to warn the brat. What's more, she's willing to help us kill him. Naturally, it's nothing I'll ever agree to. But Phil, she's inspired me. Call her my muse.
Inspired you to do what?
Patience. We've yet to get to the substance of the matter. Geralt, do I recall correctly that Radovid's hired you to find Philippa?
Your nose, it pisses me off. Let's say it.
You're nosy. Starting to piss me off, you know?
I know. Forgive me, it comes with the job.
No, you're not a spy anymore. Remember? Chose the life of a criminal.
No, that choice was made for me. Philippa forced me to flee Redania. Radovid prevented me from returning.
Dijkstra, infernally sad story. Really fucking tugs at the heartstrings. But do you mind getting back to the matter at hand?
Yes, right. Geralt, be so kind as to answer the question. He give you the contract or not?
Yes, he did.
Mm-hmm. Only thing I've found is her hideout. What's your point?
We can use Philippa without involving her, provided you help. Radovid expects you to report to him, bring him information about her. All you need to do is mention her name. Intimate that you've a lead, you're on her trail.
Oh, he'll swallow that. Hook, line, sinker, and a good bit of the rod as well.
Let's say Radovid bites, believes me, and none of that's a given. What then?
You'll tell him you've found Philippa's hideout, somewhere where we can easily set a trap and ambush. Suggestions?
Bridge to Temple Isle. Built up both sides. Lots of nooks, gates. Easy to block off from the rest of the city.
Good idea. I'll divide my men, post half on one end, other half on the other, by the gate. And in the middle, Vess, with a well-oiled crossbow.
You see, Geralt, all we ask is that you invite Radovid out for a stroll, bring him to the bridge. We'll take care of the rest. So what'll it be?
Yeah, this isn't gonna go well. But I'm in.
I'm in. But once it's done, what then? There'll be an uproar in the city. Panic, maybe. Need a place where we can wait it out.
Thought of that already. Remember Madame Irina's theatre? Abandoned now, not a soul looks in there. Tala and I will await you there.
Await us? Unwilling to risk your own necks?
Not the point. Dijkstra and I have many cocksucking virtues, but fighting ability's just not one of them. Not as fit for that as we are for a bleeding beauty pageant.
Don't worry, Geralt. My people are battle-hardened. They'll manage. You just bring them the king.
Do what I can. Where's his shit moored these days?
Just round the corner in Novigrad's port. And for your sake, I hope he's in a good mood when you look in on him.
There she is right there.
The bridge must be cleared.
My lads will make sure of that.
Guards round the temple, what about them? Won't they bloody congregate when they see the fight?
We can see Philippa is right there, laughing at me for falling down the stairs like a fool.
Philippa? What the hell are you doing here?
Geralt, don't ask questions you know the answers to. It makes you look stupid. Eavesdropping on your conversation, naturally, with a good deal of interest and a measure of wonder.
Mind telling me what you found puzzling?
Your naivety. Do you honestly believe Radovid will fall for such a crude ruse?
Maybe not easily, but I think I'll manage.
Radovid's lost his mind. Doesn't think rationally anymore. That's why.
That is why he may very well choose to torture you, even if you brought me to him in chains. Just because.
Philippa, why even tell me this? Concerned about me that much?
Not at all. It's because I think it vital that Radovid die. You don't want my help, more for pity. But I shall do what I can to make certain you don't fuck it up. Here, take this.
A ring. Redanian eagle etched in the ruby.
It belonged to Vizimir, Radovid's father. Hand him that, and he may believe you captured me. He might even choose to trust you.
What's the catch?
What's the catch?
There is none.
Philippa, I know you too damn well. Always got a plan. Always got at least 2 irons in the fire.
The ring is
This
cursed.
time I shall be content with one. Radovid's head planted at its end. Good luck, Geralt. You'll need it.
I wish I could turn into an owl.
Something slimy about you, to my mind.
Scram before I lose my patience.
So I don't know if this is gonna work. I don't think I'm on the right boat. That's not the right boat, yeah.
Which end?
Radovid's boat's a bit bigger.
Or it is.
That one over there. And I better enter it by the right entrance or they may attack me on sight. I don't see why I couldn't just kill him myself. After seeing what I did to Ivanrith with the Igni, why can't I just do that to him?
Hi there, handsome.
Or it is.
Go. Here we go. And you know what? That's as good of a place as any to end this episode. We have fixed the problem. At least so far we fixed the problem of stuttering. That solves a lot of my problems right there. It also, because I replayed the section, solves a lot of trouble of me having to edit a video, which is definitely great news also for me. We will start right back here. I think it is wise in between each episode for me to save the game. Just a manual save slot between each episode in every game I play. Anyways, that's it for this episode. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All that helps out. If you want to support me, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. Click it and make a donation. If you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media site, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Thank me for fixing these bugs as best as I could. And don't thank CD Projekt Red for making a game that could possibly get that screwed up. But I do thank them for making The Witcher 3. It is a fun game. We're back to having fun. Anyways, thanks for watching. Have a good evening.